Our spirit of offering value is at its peak during the current pandemic times as we continue to go extra mile in ensuring availability and accessibility of our products to the communities. At Zydus Healthcare Philippines, our aim is to create a healthier community. We partner with physicians in making therapies accessible to the Filipino patients by offering value through its high-quality medicines at affordable prices. With a neurosciences portfolio, our passion is to help patients and physicians conquer their challenges, being reliable in times of need, helping patients to be in control, help them set their minds free, and wake up to a brand new day. Zydus Neurosciences, a promise for healthier minds as we see health in every smile. In celebration of the Mental Health Month, the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry proudly launches Kulay sa Buhay, creative healing for mental health and self-enrichment of the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry. With its founder, project and creative director, Dr. Rodora Andrea Concepcion. Kulay sa Buhay aims to use and promote different forms of art, both a science and medium in exploring expression and creativity for self-enrichment and better mental health. With Kulay sa Buhay, Peace Cup aims to hold workshops, projects, exhibits and activities in various creative craftsmanship for the learning and benefit of its members, families as well as patients. Respected artists in various fields of art will be featured in these activities. We invite you to save the dates for its 3-part series launching episodes. October 14, 6 to 9 p.m. for Larawan, Therapeutic Photography for Mental Health with artist and photographer Victor Season. November 18, 6 to 9 p.m. for Ikebana, Floral Art for Mental Health with Dr. Artist and Ikebana professors Dr. Romeo Balderrama and Dr. Norieta Calma Balderrama. and December 2, 6 to 9 p.m. for PINTA, Painting for Mental Health and Well-Being, Lessons from the Master, with renowned artist and painter Fernando Sena. Kulay sa Buhay is brought to you by the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry in partnership with Zydus Healthcare Philippines. Good evening, everyone. My name is Fortune Sagaba, your host for tonight. Welcome to the third and the last of the 3-series launched episode of Kulay sa Buhay. So as we start, please direct your attention to our house rules, and this will be followed by the invocation and the Philippine National Anthem.
Welcome to our virtual activity. Though we're on the virtual setup, we still need a few important friendly reminders to ensure a seamless event. Number 1. Be on time. This will ensure you don't miss any important details. Number 2. Mute your microphone when you're not speaking. Although some webinar setup automatically mutes all participants upon entry, be mindful if you see the option to unmute it. And number 3. If you have questions while the lecture is on progress, you may use the chat box so the moderator can note it. By observing these simple reminders, every participant will be able to appreciate and enjoy the event. Once again, welcome to our virtual activity.
Heavenly Father, are you really there? And do you hear and answer every child's prayer? Some say that heaven is far away, but I feel it close around me as I pray. Heavenly Father, I remember now something that Jesus told disciples long ago. Suffer the children to come to me. Father, in prayer I'm coming now to thee.
Pray, He is there. Speak, He is listening. You are His child. His love now surrounds you. He hears your prayer. He loves the children. Of such is the kingdom of heaven. Heavenly Father, are you really there? And do you hear and answer every child's prayer? Some say that heaven is far away, but I feel it close around me as I pray. Heavenly Father, I remember now something that Jesus told disciples long ago. Suffer the children to come to me. Father, in prayer I'm coming now to thee.
Sa silanganan, alam na luso, sa gabi mo'y buhay. Lupang hinila, tulad ka ng mag-ibig, sa pangulubi, di ka masisingin, sa dagat at bulong, sa simoy at sa langit mong mahal. May dilag ang tuna at awit sa pagdali na mahal. Ang islap ng watawan mo'y tagumpay na nagtitipid, ang bituin At araw niya kailan pa may di madidilim. Lupa ng araw ng buwan, ating pagsinta, kulay natin sa Pilipon. Aming ligaya ng may mga ating ang mamatay na dahil sa'yo.
In celebration of the Mental Health Month, the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry proudly launches Kulay sa Buhay, creative healing for mental health and self-enrichment of the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry. With its founder, project and creative director, Dr. Rodora Andrea Concepcion. Kulay sa Buhay aims to use and promote different forms of art, both a science and medium in exploring expression and creativity for self-enrichment and better mental health. With Kulay sa Buhay, Peace Cup aims to hold workshops, projects, exhibits and activities in various creative craftsmanship for the learning and benefit of its members, families as well as patients. Respected artists in various fields of art will be featured in these activities. We invite you to save the dates for its 3-part series launching episodes. October 14, 6 to 9 p.m. for Larawan, Therapeutic Photography for Mental Health with artist and photographer Victor Season. November 18, 6 to 9 p.m. for Ikebana, Floral Art for Mental Health with Dr. Artist and Ikebana professors Dr. Romeo Balderrama and Dr. Norieta Calma Balderrama. And December 2, 6 to 9 p.m. for PINTA, Painting for Mental Health and Well-Being, Lessons from the Master with renowned artist and painter Fernando Sena. Kulay sa Buhay is brought to you by the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry in partnership with Zydus Healthcare Philippines. And to formally open this activity, I would like to welcome the President of the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry and the founder, project and creative director of Kulay sa Buhay, Dr. Rodora Andrea Concepcion.
Hello and good evening to everyone. To our guest artist and renowned painter, Mr. Fernando Sena, to all our colleagues in the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry and the Philippine Psychiatric Association, to our friends and colleagues from other medical organizations and partner organizations on child mental health, to our patients and their families who took time to be with us tonight, and to our pharmaceutical partner, Zydus Healthcare Philippines. On behalf of the Board of the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, welcome to another night of art and mental wellness. Today is another special occasion for Peace Cap as we bring you the third and final installment of the 3-part launching episode of Kulay sa Buhay, Creative Healing for Mental Health and Self-Enrichment of the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, which we formally launched on October 14 in celebration of the Mental Health Month. I believe that we have many people now in the audience, and we are very happy and we are very appreciative of your participation tonight. Kulay sa Buhay is truly honored to have invited for our launching episode a distinguished artist painter known as a master in painting and visual arts. I'm happy that I was able to get in touch with Mr. Fernando Sena once again after many years since I attended his class. He is also in the top of my list in the lineup of guests for the launching episode of Kulay sa Buhay. We are all excited and privileged to attend this class, a virtual workshop in drawing and painting by the master himself, Lessons from the Master. For those who missed the last 2 launching episodes and who will be joining us for the first time tonight, please allow me to mention once again the important objectives of Kulay sa Buhay. Kulay sa Buhay aims to help people explore and communicate thoughts and emotions in unique expressive ways and creative process as part of healing and recovery from mental illness and self-enrichment. To invite respected artists in the various fields of art to demonstrate how the creative process in the art contributes to mental health, to use and promote different forms of art, both as science and medium, in exploring expression and creativity for self enrichment and better mental health, and to hold workshops, projects, exhibits, and activities for the learning and benefit of its members, families, and patients. We have interesting and out of the ordinary lineup of episodes prepared for you, and these are feel good activities for all of you, regardless of your age. So, for the third and final launching episode this year, we proudly bring you PINTA, Painting for Mental Health and Well-Being Lessons from the Master, with master artist and painter Mr. Fernando Sena. And just to show you how good a teacher Mr. Sena is, I'd like to show you this. This is a painting. This is a painting of my niece when she was 8 years old. Okay, 8 years old. I enrolled her under Mr. Sena, and now she's a young adult in her 20s. And since I was also a student of Mr. Sena many years back, this is a sample also of my work. Okay, here. So just a sample of the style and techniques that I have learned from Mr. Sena when I was a student. This one also is another work. This is drawing pencil. Can you see it? Okay. And just for the information of everyone, it's interesting to know that Mr. Sena teaches students from as young as 6 years old to as seasoned as 80 plus years old. So finding a creative outlet like painting keeps our minds strong. It only means that art and painting chooses no status and age. It's for everyone to learn and enjoy. I hope that we can all engage ourselves in learning this wonderful art of drawing and painting. We all look forward to a feel-good and stress-relieving activity tonight. I have talked much about Mr. Sena, but to properly and formally introduce our guest artist, let us all watch this video.
Fernando Sena is considered the father of Philippine art workshop for his tireless efforts in generously sharing his knowledge and talent for more than 4 decades, teaching both the young and the old. This makes him a figure of inspiration and guidance and a master in the Philippine art world. He earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree majoring in painting from the University of the East in 1971. His works has touched so many lives that he was given the 10 Most Outstanding Manilans Award in 1979 for his zeal in helping young people develop their talent in art. The Outstanding UE College of Fine Arts Alumni Award in 1986 and Most Distinguished UE Alumni Award in 1989 were just among the numerous recognitions and citations awarded to Mr. Sena. Fernando Sena is a painter who is also best known for depicting themes that resonate with the ordinary Filipino. Aside from his famous Pandesal art series, Fernando Sena is also well known for his toy art series with colorful canvases featuring piles of beloved well-worn toys, highlighting an appreciation of children's innocence and ability to bring life to unremarkable settings through their imagination. From the words of Alice Guillermo, a well-renowned Filipino art historian, critic, author, and a Carlos Palanca awardee, painter-teacher Fernando Sena has become a popular figure and a byword in painting and teaching, known to hundreds of parents and children. He is the most consistent, devoted, and longest-lasting painter art teacher in the country today. He holds the singular distinction of having awakened hundreds of children and adults to the joys of challenges of art for several decades now. Up to this day, he provides free art workshops, especially to children from the Metro's most undeserved communities. Many of his lessons cater to the youth that live within the communities that experience poverty, especially students from Tondo, Antipolo, Taytay, and Carmona, to name a few. His goal is to give people from all walks of life the opportunity to express themselves through art.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Una, nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyong organization, yung Philippine Psychiatry, sa pagbibigay sa akin ng pagkakataon na magkaroon tayo ng art demonstration in connection sa inyong celebration tungkol sa kulay buhay. Una, ang pag-aaralan natin muna ngayon ay tungkol sa sketching, sa drawing. And then, mamaya na po yung painting sa pastel, no? Sa drawing, dalawa po yung importante, tatlo ang importante: lines, shapes, pagkatapos shading. Siguro ang tinatanong po ninyo sa inyong sarili, matututo ba ako dito sa demonstration na ito? Yang tanong po ninyo na yan ay sasagutin ko sa pamamagitan ng dalawang tanong. I'm going to answer that question by asking you two questions. Halimbawa, ito po. Meron po tayong mga lines na straight, vertical, horizontal, diagonal, and curved lines. Ang unang ko pong tanong sa inyo, kaya nyo pa i-drawing to, yung mga lines na yan? Kaya po, ano po? Okay. So, kung kaya nyo i-drawing yan, meron po tayong mga shapes na rectangle, square, meron po tayong triangle, meron po tayong circle, at meron din po tayong oblong. Ang pangalawang tanong ko po sa inyo, kaya nyo po bang i-drawing ang mga shape? I'm sure, sasabihin nyo, kaya po, no? Okay. Because if you can draw all the lines, you can also draw all the shape. Because every shape, we are using lines. Halimbawa, rectangle, gumagamit tayo vertical at saka horizontal. Halimbawa, triangle, gumagamit tayo diagonal, no? At saka horizontal. Halimbawa, circle and oblong, gumagamit po tayo ng curved lines, mga curved lines. So, pag kaya nyo mag-drawing ng mga lines at saka ng mga shapes, madodrawing na po ninyo yung mga objects. Lahat ng bagay. Because every object, ang bawat object, no? Ang bawat object ay gumagamit ng shape. At ang bawat shape ay gumagamit ng lines. Ngayon, paano ba ang pag-drawing? Paano ba ang pag-drawing? Una, ang first step, draw the shape of the object. Halimbawa, ito po. Gagawin natin ito. Mag-umpisa po tayo mag-drawing ng mga bote. Because it is in the simple objects with simple shapes that we will be able to learn how to draw all the objects properly. Halimbawa, ito po mga bottles and vases. Ang unang steps, halimbawa, ito po, gagawin ninyo. O kaya ito po, mapapansin ninyo, itong mga base at saka mga bote, all of them are in rectangular shape. So, ang unang step, titignan po muna ninyo yung shape. Halimbawa, ito po. Let's say, ito po. Halimbawa, idodrawin natin ito. Ang unang step, the first step, draw the shape of the object using light lines. Magaan po muna. Ang unang step, i-drawing muna yung shape ng object. Then, halimbawa, ito po rectangle. Ito rectangle din. Pero, they have different width. Halimbawa, ito pong isa, yung base. Rectangle din. Rectangle po yan. Pero, this is wider than this. Yan pong unang step. Halimbawa, ito po. Anong shape yan? Square. No? Square. Draw the shape of the object using square. Yan. Light lines. Magaan lang po muna. Yung number 1 step, magaan lang po muna ang line. Number 2, light line. Number 3, light lines. Then, pagdating sa number 4, saka nyo didiinan. Okay? Let's say, ito po. Anong shape yan? Kung titignan nyo yung shape yan, triangle. This is a triangular shape. Triangle, ayan. Yan ang unang step. Triangle. The second step, you draw one vertical line on the middle. One vertical line on the middle. Another vertical line on the middle using light lines. Here, light line. Yeah. Now, why do we draw a vertical line on the middle? Kasi, meron pong nagdo-drawing, hindi po gagamitin yung technique na yan. Ginagawa nila, ganito. Ayan. Eh pag nilagyan natin ng vertical line yan, makikita natin na ito, this is wider than the left side. And that is the purpose of the vertical line, no? Okay. Number 3, draw the shape of every part of the object. Idodrawing natin yung shape ng bawat parte ng object. Halimbawa, yung ulo. Ito yung ulo. Halimbawa, ito, yan. Ito po yung ulo. The shape of the head is, dito lang po yung yung vertical line. Then, idodrawing niyo yung shape ng bawat parte. Yung ulo, the head is a rectangle. Idodrawing niyo yung rectangle. Ilalagay po ninyo sa gitna. The neck is a rectangular shape. Using light lines. Ilalagay po niyo sa gitna. Then the middle part, triangular shape. Ayan po. Ito po, triangular shape. The middle part. Then the lower part, rectangular shape. Ito naman pong isa. The shape of the head is rectangle. Lalagay po niyo sa gitna. Then, the middle part is an oblong shape. And then, the lower part, meron dyan triangular shape. And then, the lower part, the base, is triangular shape. Kailangan nasa gitna ko yan, kailangan equal. Then, let's say ito po. The shape of the head, rectangle. The middle part, triangular shape. And then the lower part, another triangular shape. So there. Then this one, the shape of the head rectangle. The neck, triangle. The lower part, triangle. And then the last one, the lower part, oblong. So from number 1, we use light lines for the shape. Number 2, we use light lines for the vertical line on the middle. Number 3, we drew the shape of every part of the object. We use light lines. Now what about number 4 step? Ito na po yung last step. Didiinan na ho nyo. We are going to use dark lines. Didiinan na nyo, yan. Dark lines. Then this is straight, then let's say curve. Yan. Pagkatapos ito po, yan o. The lower part is a rectangular shape. Then, let's say this one. Oh, yung head po niyan, the head is a rectangular shape, and then the middle part is an oblong shape. Then, here, saka nyo ngayon ito-drawing yan, after the guidelines. Yan. So, kailangan equal. Then, let's say nakikita yung mouth. Halimbawa yung mouth po nito, yung bibig nakikita. These horizontal lines will move down. There. And then this will move down. This will also move down. Then this will also move down. Pagkatapos ito po, saka nyo didiinan. Didiinan na po natin. Yan. There. Then the last one, let's say straight, rectangle, triangle. Then this is curve, and then another curved line, there, another curved line. So this is how to sketch. Kaya yan muna ang ginawa natin para hindi po tayo mahirapan. Para pag nag-drawing na po tayo ng mga objects, madadalian na po tayo. So, pag nakita po kayo ng mga professional artists, ganito po kayo mag-drawing. Sasabihin nila, meron na kayong formal lesson. Pero pag ganito drawing niyo, sasabihin nila walang formal lesson kasi walang technique. Walang paraan kung paano ang paggawa. Now, kung marunong na kayo mag-drawing ng bote, o kaya mga bases, no? Mga bases, makakagawa na po kayo ng mga objects. Halimbawa po, let's say, sa bahay magpa-practice kayo, lampshade. Draw the shape of the lampshade. Rectangle. Then one vertical line on the middle. Then the shape of every part of the lampshade. The head, triangle. Then the lamp, circle. The stand, rectangle, and then the base, triangle. Then the last step, we are going to use dark lines. Tapos didiinan na nyo. Didiinan na nyo. Ayan po. Para pag nakita kayo ng mga professional artists, sasabihin nila marunong na kayo mag-drawing. Then, another one. Let's say, sapatos, shoes. Yan, shoes. Hindi na kailangan dito ang vertical line. Because the sides are not equal. So after drawing the shape of the shoes, draw the shape of every part of the shoes. This is triangle. Itong sinusuotan ng paa, oblong. Pagkatapos sa nyo didiinan, Tsaka po nyo didiinan. There, look. Ayan. Tsaka nyo didiinan. There. Ito po yung butas. Ito yung tali. Ayan. Halimbawa po, bird, ibon, oblong. Then the head, circle. The beak, triangle. The wing, oblong. And then the tail, triangle. O after sketching the shape, after sketching the shape of every part of the object, then we are going to use dark lines. Ayan. Makagawa na ako kayo. Kahit na ano pa mga objects, magagawa na ninyo. Halimbawa po, electric fan. Electric fan. Ayan. One vertical line. The shape of the head, circle. The stand, rectangle. Then the base, triangle. Pagkatapos yan po. Ayan. O, saka nyo didiinan. Saka nyo didiinan. There you. There. Magagawa na po nyo lahat yan. Pagkatapos dito, mayroong mga alambre. There. Halimbawa, chair. Draw yung chair. Kukunin nyo muna yung labas. Yung labas. Chair. There. Pagkatapos ito po. Yan. The shape of the chair. Then the shape of every part of the chair. Ito yung sinasandalan. Dito naman po yung mga yung inuupuan. Then yung paa. Yung paa. Ito po yung paa. O pagkatapos po didiinan nyo. Didiinan po yan. No? There, look. Didiinan. There. Look. Pagkatapos ito po may tukod dyan. Yan. So, meron na kayong mga drawing. Maski na ano pong i-drawing nyo, magagawa na po ninyo. Halimbawa, sombrero, the hat, triangle, triangle, the shape of the head, rectangle, then the lower part, oblong. Tapos saka na po nyo didiinan yan. There, look. Lahat matodrawing na po nyo. Yan. Halimbawa, umbrella. Umbrella. Yan. Pagkatapos ito po. O, saka nyo didiinan yan, no? There. There. O, ito naman po yung hawakan. Meron na kayong umbrella. Pamaypay. Rectangle. Then, the shape of every part of the object. Lalagay nyo lang na gano'n. There, look. Pagkatapos ito. Yan, meron na kayong pan. Maski na ano pong object magagawa na po ninyo by using this technique. Okay. Halimbawa naman po, ito. Sabi ko kanina, if you can draw all the lines, you can also draw all the shapes. If you can draw all the shapes, you can also draw all the objects. All the objects. If you can draw the objects, you can also draw faces. Ito po. Kung kaya nyo i-drawing ang mga bases, madodrawing po nyo ang bases. Let's say, halimbawa base, the base. Ang shape po niyan, rectangle. Then one vertical line on the middle. Yan. Then the middle part, oblong, the lower part, triangular shape. So, this is a base. Ito base po yan. Do you know that the base and my face are almost the same? Do you know na ang mukha ko at saka itong base ay pareho? Bakit po? Because they are round. My face is also round, and this is round. My face not like a paper that is flat that can be pasted on the board. So kung mga drawing na kayo ng mga base, madodrawing yung faces. As example, ito po. Yan, lalagay lang mo ng line dyan eh. No? Let's say, halimbawa, dito po yung mata. No? Ito po yung chin. Chin. Between the eyes and the chin, no? Between the eyes and the chin, ito po yung nose. Between the nose and the chin, mouth. Then, the upper part of the head is always divided into 5 equal parts. Ito ay nahati po yan sa 5. So that number one is for the eyebrow, and then number 5 for the hair. May mga bata minsan kung mag-drawing ng mga mukha. Ganito. Nandyan yung mata. Tama po ba yan? Di ba mali? May mga bata naman, kung mag-drawing ng mata, ganito. Yung dalawang mata, magkatabi. Mali po yan. Meron naman mga bata, kung mag-drawing ng mukha, ito yung isang mata, tapos napupunta rito yung isang mata. So, mali po yan. To correct this, look at the line for the eyes. You divide this into 5 equal parts. Inahati po ito sa 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So that number 2 is for the right eye, and the number 4 for the left eye. So that in between the 2 eyes is 1 eye, this is 1 eye, 1 eye, 1 eye, 1 eye, 1 eye. Look, I am using a curved line. I will add another curved line. I will add another curved line. Pagkatapos lalagyan ko rito ng another curved line. Ayan, mata na yan. There. And then, nandito yung kilay niya. Kaya nga mayroong mga lines para pantay. Yung ilong naman, yung ilong, triangle. Triangle o yung ilong. Kaya pag ginawa po natin yung ilong, ganito po lalabas yan. Mamaya papakita ko yan sa inyo. This is narrow, wider, then narrow, wider. Ito meron shape. Yung bibig naman, ito po yung bibig niyan. There. There are 2 lips. The upper lip and the lower lip. Then, ito na po yung baba niyan. Yung baba, ito, oh. There. Pagkatapos yung tenga po, gagawin natin yung tenga. Yan. O pagkatapos, halimbawa, ito yung buhok. Rainbow. There. Oh. Hindi ba mukha na ko yan? Kanina, base po. Ngayon, mukha na ngayon. Okay. Halimbawa, gusto natin mag-drawing ng mukha ng tao. Yung mukha ng tao, merong iba-ibang shape. Merong rectangle, merong triangle, there is also an oblong shape, merong circular shape. Kasi mukha natin iba-iba yung shape eh. And then, meron namang diamond shape. Diamond shape. Now, let us say, palagay natin, ito, diamond shape. Kaya tingnan nyo sa salamin. Tingnan nyo sa salamin kung ano ang shape ng mukha ninyo. Tapos malalaman po ninyo yung shape ng mukha ninyo. Halimbawa, gano'n. Ito naman po, triangle. No? There. Ito, meron ganyang mukha eh. Triangle. Ito naman, merong korting siopaw. Merong mukha na ganito. Ha? Korting siopaw. Parang siopaw, bilog. Pagkatapos gano'n, oh, there look. There. Yan. Pagkatapos yan. Meron ganyan. There. Now, of all the billions of people in the world, sa ibabaw ng mundo, walang dalawang tao ang magkamukha. Because it depends on their attitude. Maski nakambal ho, hindi yung pwedeng magkamukha. Kasi yung isa, masayahin. Ha? Yung isa naman, malungkutin. So, naiiba yung kanilang mukha kahit nakambal. Now, let us say, palagay natin, ito yung papel. Let's say, ito yung papel ninyo. No? Palagay natin, ito yung papel ninyo. Let's say, this is your paper. Halimbawa, ito yung papel ninyo. O kaya, ito yung papel ninyo, maliit. Ang portrait, it is from this part of the head. Hanggang dito sa dibdib, huwag lalampas dito sa joints. Kasi may gumagawa ng portrait, may gumagawa, lalo na sa mga shopping center. Ito yung mukha, tapos leeg lang. Maliw yun. Dapat kasama yung dibdib. Paano ang gagawin? You get the center of the paper. Halimbawa, ito po yung center ng papel. Let's say, center of the paper. Pag ganito kalaki yung papel ninyo, meron ditong margin. 3 inches. Ito, yung bond paper size na dala nyo, halimbawa, sketch pad, 2 inches ang margin. Ito, kung maliit lang, minsan 1 inch. 1 inch. May margin dito. Dito po. Now, after getting the center of the paper, you draw the shape of the head. Halimbawa, yung head niya oblong. You know, oblong. There. So, halimbawa, ito oblong din. Oblong. So, ito naman oblong. Oblong. So, if this is the size of the paper, this will be the size of the head. If this is the size of the paper, this will be the size of the head. Size of the head. Pag ganito yung papel ninyo, ito yung sukat ng ulo. That is the correct proportion. So that when you draw the portrait, para pag ginawa nyo yung portrait, kasama po yung dibdib. Kasama po yung dibdib. Yan. The center of the paper is always the placement of the chin. Dito nilalagay yung chin. No? Pagkatapos yan. There. There. And then this one. So pag ganito kaliit yung papel nyo, ganito lang kaliit yung mukha. May margin yan. Tapos yung baba nasa gitna. No? And then, so pag kayo gagawin nyo yung portrait, one vertical line, one horizontal line. Itong horizontal line na ito, dito yung mata, pinakita ko rin na sa inyo. At dito naman yung chin. And then, between the eyes and the chin, there is the nose. Then, the upper part is always divided into 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sabi ko kanina, number 1 is for the eyebrow, and then the last part for the hair. Then, the eye is always divided into 5 equal parts. So, dito po yung mata. O, dito po yung mata. No? Yan. In between the two eyes is one eye. There. Ito po yung mata niya. There, look. Pagkatapos here. And then there. Dito yung kilay. And then, yung nose. Ito po yung nose niya. There. Pagkatapos, dito po yung bibig. Between the nose and the chin, the mouth. Between the nose and the chin, the mouth. Then here. Pagkatapos ito po. There, look. Dito po yung bibig. Dalawa yan. Dito naman po yung tenga. Ayan sinasabi ko po kanina. And then here, look. Pagkatapos ito po yung buhok. Halimbawa yung buhok po niya, ganito. There. O pagkatapos ito po, there, look. Yan. So, this is how to draw portrait. Gagawa kayo, portrait. No? Kaya papakita ko naman po sa inyo kung paano gagawin yung different parts of the face. Ito po yun. Yung different parts of the face. Yan. So, let's say, yung matao, yung mata, the eyes. Umpisahan po natin sa mata. Umpisahan po natin sa mata, no? Yung mata po natin ay bilog. Bilog po yung mata natin. So here, yung mata po natin bilog. There. Bilog. Mapapansin ninyo, kulay puti yan. Tatlo yung parts ng, there are 3 parts of the eye. The white portion, there is also the brown portion. There is also the small portion. Ito ang tawag po rito, eyeball. Ito po yung iris. At ito po naman yung pupil. Kasi may gumagawa ng mata, ganito. May gumagawa ng mata, ganito. Pag ganyan po yung mata ng drawing nyo, kailangan madala na po sa ospital. Kasi meron ba kayong taong nakita ang kausap nyo? Hoy! Kumusta ka? Wala naman po, di ba? Oh. So, to draw the eye, 1/4 of the iris is covered by the upper part of the eye. This is straight, then this is curved. Then this is curved, and then this is straight. Kaya kung gagawin natin ng mata, ayan, gano'n. Ayan po yung mata natin. So, halimbawa, ito po. Halimbawa yung mata. Ha? Ayan. So, there. Ito po yung iris, brown. The brown portion of the eye. Then, this is the pupil. Ito, pupil. Pagkatapos, ito po. This is curved and then straight. And then, this is the eyeball. Ito po yung eyeball. Kaya nga, magtataka po tayo. Nung ginawa ng Diyos ang tao, mapapansin natin. The eyes, this is the only part of the body na perfect circle. Kasi kung ginawa ng Diyos, triangle ang mata natin, square, may ikot ba natin? Hindi. Kanya ginawa niyang bilog para makita yung kagandahan ng kanyang nilikha. Pwede tayong tumingin doon, pwede tayong gano'n, pwede natin ikutin. Okay. So, dito, sa ilalim ng mata niya, ng eyeball, merong konting shade dyan. There. Yan. Then, yung pilik mata, hindi yung nilalagay na isa-isa yung pilik mata ng ganito. Pwede po yan kung mayroong magpapagawa sa inyo ng portrait na ilalagay sa beauty parlor. So, when you draw the eyelashes, dark lang mo yan. Dark. Dinadagan niya sa taas. Tapos madilim po ito. Madilim. Then may shade yan. And then, dito po mayroong reflection. Ito mayroong reflection. Yung reflection na yan, sabihin yung mata natin, nababalot ng parang plastic. Kaya kapag tinamaan ng ilaw, halimbawa yung light nandito sa left, makikita nyo mayroong reflection dito sa left ng mata ko. Pero ito madilim. Ngayon po, palagay natin ito yung skin. Ito yung skin ng... Palagay natin ito yung skin natin. Ito. Ito yung balat. Balat natin, balat. No? Halimbawa, ito yung balat. There. Dito, meron din pilik mata rito. Dilidilingan lang konti yan. Pero minsan, pagka yung ginagawa niyong portrait, American, foreigner, ito nagiging blue. Nagiging blue yan. Yan, nagiging blue. Pero pagka Pilipino, brown yan, brown. There. Pagkatapos dito po, yan, ito malalim po ito, madilim. Madilim po yan. There. Isa, mayroong eye bag eh. Ito madilim. Then, siyempre, meron ng kilay yan. Magkagawa po kayo ng kilay. Halimbawa, ito po yung mata. Dalawa. When you draw the eyebrow, wag po kayong gagawa ng kilay na madiin na ganito. The movement of the lines when drawing the eyebrow is, you have to start from the center. Up, 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 down. Light lines lang muna. Up, up, down. From the center, the pencil will move down. Up, up, going to the left. Kasi yung kilay natin, pagdating dito sa corner, umukunti na lang po yung linya. Dito po yung makapal. Diyan, makapal po dyan. Huwag kayong gagawa ng kilay na madiin. Magmumukhang kinentel pen. No? Ngayon po, paano naman yung ilong? Yung ilong mo, one vertical line, then one horizontal line. One vertical line, then one horizontal line. Then, the side part of the nose, pantayo dito, sa gilid ng mata. Halimbawa dito, may mata pa dito, ha? May mata pa dyan. No? Halimbawa dito, may mata pa. The side part of the nose is in line with the side part of the eyes. Then, this is a triangular shape. Yung ilong po natin, triangle. Triangle po yung ilong natin. No? And then, yung ilong po natin, triangle. Papakita natin po muna yung skin. Ito. Kaya naubusan po tayo ng gulay. Halimbawa, ito po. No? Okay. Let's say here. Lagay natin, ito po yung skin niya. Lagay natin, ito yung skin. Ito yung skin, ha? There. Akalat lang mo natin to. So, the side part of the nose is in line with the side part of the eye. Then one triangular shape, one vertical line. Then three circles. Then follow this circle. Yeah, pagkatapos ito po, ayan. And then nandito po yung butas niyan. There. Nandiyan yung butas niyan. Yan. So this is narrow. May buto dyan eh. Wider, narrow, wider. Hanggang dito po yung line na yan. Pagkatapos dito po, there, look. Then, kung lalagyan natin ng shade yan, palagay natin yung ilaw nasa left. Ito magiging madilim po rito. Magiging madilim po rito. Ito madilim, yung ilalim ng ilong. Yung ilalim ng ilong ay madilim. Ito, madilim din po rito konti. There. Now, the side part of the nose, the center part of the nose, the tip, the tip of the nose is the lightest. Yan ang pinakamaliwanag. Kasi pagka naka-side view po tayo, itong tip of the nose mas malapit kaysa malapit sa ilaw. And then here. And then ito yan, madilim yan. Maliwanag konti yan. Sorry. There. Tapos meron ng konting, dito may konting orange yan, okay, red orange. Kasi yung tao, pagka, minsan tayo pag nagagalit, namumula yung ilong. Mumula yung ilong. And then, itong butas ng ilong, huwag niyong lalagyan ng itim. Light brown lang mo yan. Light brown. Light lang mo yan. Hindi ho kulay itim ang butas ng ilong. Light brown. There. Hindi ho kulay itim. Then, yung pong bibig po natin, one vertical line and then one horizontal line. Yeah. And then, yung haba ng bibig, yung haba ng bibig, here, ay pantay po rito sa gilid ng iris. The side part of the iris is in line with the side part of the mouth. Dito. Pantay mo yan, there. There. So, one vertical line, one horizontal line, then four triangles. And then, four circles. Then, follow this guideline. Saka nyo susundan po yan. Yan. Pag ano, no? There. Yan. And then here. Ano po, pababa po yan. No? The lower lip is lighter than the upper lip. The lower lip is shorter. Itong lower lip mas maikli kesa sa upper lip. Yan po. Mas mahaba yung upper lip. Then the upper lip is darker than the lower lip. Yung upper lip ay mas madilim kesa sa lower lip. Yan. Mas madilim. And then, merong highlight dito. May highlight po yan. So, there. Makatapos yan na po. Then, here, look. So, that is how to draw the eyes, the eyebrow, no, the nose, and the mouth. Paano naman yung tenga? Yung tenga ko, letter C. Pagka naka-side view yung tenga ng tao, yung ear, wider, letter C. Pagka naka-front view tayo, yung ear, narrow. So, here, gagawa lang tayo ng parang 14 kasoy. There. Patapos dito, madilim mo yan. Yan, madilim po yan. Yung nga lang, pagka gagawin natin itong tenga, no? Halimbawa, ito yung balat ng tenga. Let's say, ito ho yung balat ng tenga, no? Yung ibaba ng tenga, the lower part of the ear, there is always a pink. Merong pink yan. Nilalagyan po ng pink itong lower part ng tenga. Merong pink. Pink, ha? Bakit po? Kasi yung blood do natin, itong ibaba ng tenga, ipuhin nyo yung tenga nyo sa baba. Iba malambot. Ipuhin nyo yung tenga nyo sa taas. Iba matigas. Kasi yung mga muscle ng mukha natin na malambot, nandito po sa ibaba ng tenga, at saka nandito sa pisngi. Kaya nga, pag gumagawa ng portrait, dapat mayroong konting pink yung pisngi kasi itong muscle dito, nakarelax, at saka ito. Dito nagpupunta yung dugo. Kaya pink, medyo pink yung ibaba ng tenga, at saka itong pisngi po natin. No? So, ito na po yung pag-drawing ng different parts of the face. Pagka naman yung baba natin, yung baba. Pagka babae, yung lines ng baba ay graceful. Ayan. Pero pagka lalaki, may kanto-kanto yung line na yan. Yung baba niya may kanto-kanto. So there. So here, babalik ko natin ito. So, dito po, no? Dito yung leeg. Yung neck, huwag yung straight. Kundi curve, tapos diagonal, pagkatapos diagonal. Dito. There. Dito po yung, dito yung dibdib. Dito yung dibdib. Minsan may gumagawa ng portrait, no? May gumagawa ng portrait. Ito yung mukha, tapos yung shoulder makitid. Meron lang gumagawa ng portrait. Ito po yung mukha, pagkatapos yung shoulder malapad. In order to get the proportion of the shoulder, the width of the shoulder is 2 times the height of the head. Halimbawa, ito po yung taas ng ulo na ginawa nyo mula rito. There. One head, isang ulo yan. And then one head. Para pag ginawa nyo yung shoulder, hindi po ganito ang gabas. Tatlo ang position ng portrait. Ito po yung front view. Then, side view. Side view. Meron tayong front view, no? Front view. Itong ginawa natin, front view. Meron din side view. Side view. At meron din 3/4 view. Kung magpapakuha kayo ng picture, ng litrato, huwag niyong gagamitin yung front view. Huwag niyong gagamitin yung side view. Kundi yung 3/4 view. So ito yung front view. Ito naman yung side view. At ito naman po yung side view. Ang pinakamagandang position, the best position in portrait is 3/4 view. Ito po. 3/4 view. Ano ba yung 3/4 view? Ito po, ganito. Yan. 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 Yan ang 3/4 view. Mapapansin niyo during election, maski na magpunta kayo dyan sa EDSA, nagmamaneo kayo ng kotse ninyo, yung mga product dyan na nakikita nyo sa tarpaulin, na may hawak na product, hindi yung naka-front view. No? Kundi naka-3/4 view. Ay, ganon. Because that is the best position. Even during election, most of the portrait of the candidates were actually done in 3/4 view. Even the portrait of the national president, they were painted in 3/4 view because that is the best position. So, ito ang sample ng ating sketching from the objects, from the battles and bases. Nagpunta po tayo sa mga objects. From the objects, we went to the portrait, how to sketch the portrait. Kaya nga marami kasing nagdo-drawing, maraming mga nagpipinta. Sabi nila, oh ito may painting ako. Pero maraming nagpipinta, hindi marunong mag-drawing. Kaya importante, malaman natin muna yung basic in drawing bago ka mag-aral ng painting. So that is the most important. And what we did here is a demonstration on how to sketch, on how to draw objects, simple objects, with simple shape. Because it is in the simple object with simple shape that we will be able to learn how to sketch the different subjects in drawing by using lines and shape. Kaya nga, dapat po, pag meron po kayo natutuhan, maganda nga po itong grupo ninyo, nagkaroon kayo ng ganitong proyekto para kayo ay maging busy, especially this time of crisis, sa panahon ng pandemya. At tayong mga, halimbawa kayo po mga doktor, alam ko, napaka-busy po ninyo at pwede nyo magamit yung pagdo-drawing to break the monotony of your activities for everyday session nyo. Kaya, mag-practice lang po kayo. The more you paint, the more you draw, the more you will learn. Lakasan po ng loob ito. Ito po'y walang namamatay. Kaya kailangan practice. Practice will not make you perfect, but it will surely improve your skills and talent in painting. Kaya I hope, sana meron po kayong natutuhan sa ating lesson for today on sketching. Maraming salamat po and thank you very much. Basahan. Magandang araw po ulit. Pagpapatuloy natin ngayon yung ating art demonstration. At ito naman ay tungkol sa pastel painting. Sa pastel painting, ito yung pagkukulay. Dito natin matututuhan yung pagkukulay. Una, dapat malaman natin yung color wheel na yan. Kaya meron tayong color wheel. Para malaman natin kung paano ang pagkukulay, how to color the objects properly. Now, itong color wheel, 12 po yan. 12 kulay. Meron tayong yellow, 1, 2, 3, blue, 1, 2, 3, red, 1, 2, 3. So, itong tatlong kulay na ito, blue, yellow, and red. Ito ang tinatawag na primary colors. Red, blue, and yellow. Yan ang tinatawag ng primary colors. Bakit tinatawag silang primary colors? Kasi silang pinagmumulan ng lahat ng kulay. For without these three colors, pag wala itong tatlong kulay na ito, hindi natin makahalo yung lahat ng kulay. So, let's say primary plus 1 primary is secondary. Dapat alam natin itong color na ito. Yellow is primary, red is primary, that is orange. Red is primary, blue is primary, that is violet. Yellow is primary, blue is primary, that is green. So these three colors, mixture of one primary and another primary, that is secondary colors. So ito po yun. So itong tatlong ito, itong tatlong ito, yan po yung primary. Itong tatlong ito po violet, ito po green, ito po orange. So itong tatlong ito, yan ang tinatawag na secondary colors. Because they're mixture of one primary and another primary. Now, when you mix one primary and one secondary, that is intermediate color po yan, tawag dyan, intermediate. Halimbawa, yellow, primary, orange, secondary, that is yellow-orange. Red plus orange, red-orange. Red plus violet, red-violet. This is blue-violet. This is blue-green. And then, this is yellow-green. So, yan, ang kulay na yan, importante ho yan. Yan ang passport niyo pag kayo ay magpipinta. Blue plus violet, yan po, blue-violet. No? Red plus violet is red-violet. Yellow plus orange, yellow-orange. So, itong dalawang kulay na yan, mixture of one primary and one secondary, that is intermediate colors. Now, merong apat na kulay dyan, no? Meron tayong white, meron tayong brown, meron tayong gray, at meron tayong black. Itong apat na kulay na ito, itong apat na kulay na yan ang tinatawag na neutral colors. Neutral colors. Ibig sabihin mo niyan, they are not considered as colors because these four colors are not considered as colors because they are not found on the color wheel. Ano bang gamit ng white? Halimbawa, meron po tayong blue. Meron po tayong red, no? Meron po tayong green. Yung white, ginagamit po pampaliwanag ng kulay, used for making the colors lighter. Pag inaluan nyo ng white yan, magiging light blue. Pag inaluan nyo ng white itong red, magiging light red or pink. Ito naman, magiging light green. So, lahat ng kulay na yan, pagka inaluan nyo ng white, magiging lighter, no? Now, ito naman po, halimbawa, brown. Ang brown, pampadilim po ng kulay. Pampadilim ng kulay. We will not use black to darken the colors. Papakita ko mamaya ko yan. Hindi ko muna tayo gagamit ng black. Pwede yan sa mga abstract painting. Ito naman pong gray. May mga kulay na bright. Tulad ng yellow, red, orange, no? Yellow, green. These are bright colors. Now, to lessen the brightness of colors, nilalagyan po ng gray para hindi masyado matingkad yung kulay. Yan. Yan po. Yan, ha? Yan po tatandaan ninyo. Itong black, wag muna. Wag muna natin gamitin. We will not use black. Because black will make your painting dirty and muddy. Now, meron tayong tinatawag na shading. Ito po. Shading is the lightness and darkness of the pencil. Pag gusto nyo ng maliwanag, dahan-dahan, mapagaan ng pagaan yung pencil. Pag gusto nyo ng madilim, dinidiinan po yan, dinidiinan. Sa pastel, ang shading sa pastel, gagamitin nyo lang po yung 4 na kulay. Halimbawa, yellow, yellow, orange, orange, red, orange. Halimbawa, ito po. Pag nadumihan po yung pastel nyo, dapat meron kayong ganitong basahan para papahiran nyo. Kasi ang pastel hindi po tinatasahan. Let's say, ito po. Let's say, unang kulay nyo, yellow. Dito lang gagaling yung ilaw. So, itong right side, maliwanag. Then, left side, madilim. Kukunin nyo yung kulay na mas madilim sa yellow. Which is yellow-orange. Yan. Then, kukunin nyo yung kulay na mas madilim sa yellow-orange. Lalagay nyo yung orange dito. Mas madilim sa yellow-orange. Gusto nyo bang dumilim yan? Kukunin nyo yung kulay na mas madilim sa orange, which is red-orange. Then, red. Yan. Kung gusto nyo pang dumilim yan, lalagyan nyo lang ng dark brown. Ayan po, brown. Ngayon, itong pastel, mapapansin nyo, merong division. Kasi ito po hindi nirarab ng finger, itong oil pastel. Binabali yung pastel niya, tapos ipapahay nyo rito. Magaan lang. Para mawala po yung division. You will use yellow to blend yellow and yellow-orange. You will use yellow-orange and you will use yellow and yellow to blend yellow, orange, and orange. And then hanggang sa dumating kayo rito sa dulo, mawawala na yung yung division. Kasi hindi ko pwedeng i-rub ng finger to dahil this is oily, no? Another example po, ito po, another example. Halimbawa, yellow-green. Ang susunod sa yellow-green ay green. Ayan po, green. The color that is next to green is blue-green. Kung wala tayong blue-green, gagamitin natin yung blue. Pagkatapos para didilim pa yan, kukunin natin yung brown. Again, to remove the boundary, ang kulay na kukunin ninyo para mawala yung parang boundary na yan, yung first color, ayan. You will blend yellow, green, and green using yellow-green. You will blend green and blue, green using yellow-green. And then you will blend green and brown using yellow-green. Ayan po. Malambot na, no? Paano naman yung yung application ho niyan? Ito application. Halimbawa, ito po yung papel ninyo. Let's say this is your paper. Magpipinta po kayo, magkukulay po kayo ng let's say orange, no? Ang pastelo kailangan madiin. Hindi magaan. Huwag mong kukulay kayo madiin. Huwag papakita yung kulay ng papel. So, ang direction ng pastel, it can be in diagonal direction, it can be in vertical, o kaya pwede nyo baliin nyo ito. Babaliin nyo itong pastel nyo. Kailangan madiin. Huwag ipapakita yung kulay ng papel. Didiinan po yan. Yan. Palagay natin, let's just say, yung ilaw ay nandito sa light. So the right side is lighter, the left side is darker. Ang unang kulay na ginamit natin, yellow-orange. Ito po, yellow-orange. Yung mga dark colors, kailangan nasa left kasi ang ilaw ay nasa light. So, the color that is next to yellow-orange is orange. Pwede pong baliin yan, lalo na pagka malaki yung space ng papel na kukulayan nyo. Pwede pong baliin yung pastel. Yan. So, I will use orange on the left because the light is on the right. Yan. The color that is next to orange is red-orange. Diliman ko. Ilalagay ko ang red-orange dito sa left. Then, gusto ko pang didilim yan. Now, I will use, let's say, brown. Gagamitin ko dark brown. Ito. Para didilim pa. Yan. Yan, meron na siyang shading in pastel, no? Yan. Pagkatapos para mag-blend yan, katulad yung ginawa po natin dito, yung unang kulay dito, yellow-orange. So, kukunin ko yung yellow-orange. I will blend yellow-orange and orange. And then the direction is diagonal. I will blend orange and red-orange using yellow-orange, the first color. Then I will blend red-orange and brown. Yan, makikita nyo, malambot na po. Then, merong highlight po yan. Lalagyan natin ng white, no? Yung white po, ay ginagamit po yan sa highlight, no? Ito po yun. Dito, lalagyan ko ng white kasi maliwanag dito sa right side ng object. Okay. Yan. Ngayon, sa mga background, gagamitin natin mga dark colors. Any of these dark colors. Green, blue, violet, violet. Yan, mamimili lang po kayo dyan sa mga dark color na yan. Palagay natin, ang gagamitin ninyo sa background ay blue. Yan, blue. Kailangan didiinan po yan, no? Didiinan. Blue. Tapos dito, no? Yan, there, look. Yan. Didiinan. Huwag po papakita yung kulay ng papel. Yan, kailangan madiin. There. Yan, tapos dito pa. Yan, ha, didiinan. Now, yung kulay ng foreground, yung table, ay palaging maliwanag. So, kukuha kayo ng kulay na maliwanag. It can be placed light blue, orange, or yellow-green, or yellow-orange. So, itong ginamit ko, pink. Light colors po yan, light colors. Didiinan ko. Didiinan. Yan. Then, after that, lalagyan natin ng shadow. Lalagyan natin ng shadow. Shadow. Yung shadow, ito yung anino ng object. This will tell us the position of light. Sa shadow, hindi po tayo gagamit ng black. Instead of using black, I will use dark blue and dark brown. Yan, gagamitin ko itong blue, dark blue, and dark brown. That is substitute for black. Tapos ng dark blue, papatungan ko po ng light brown. O kaya dark brown. Ito, dark brown. Patungan natin. Ito, teka, hindi lang po. Ito po, ayan. Sa shadow, ang ginagamit, dark blue and dark brown. Ayan. Okay. Then, ang the last step, i-blend niyo, blending kung tawagin. Now, what is blending? This is mixing of two colors to soften the edges to soften the edges of the object para malambot. You know? So, paano pag-blend? Kinukuha yung unang kulay ng object. Pagkatapos ipapahid po rito sa gilid. Sa gilid ng blue at saka yellow-green para mag-blend. Kasi sharp eh. Parang ginupit, pagkatapos dinikit eh. Kaya kailangan papalambutin yung gilid para hindi magmumukhang naka-face siya o kaya sharp. There, look. Ayan, ha? Ayan po, titignan nyo, oh. O pagkatapos dito po, lagyan natin ng tangkay, oh. Yan, magiging orange na po siya. Kasi tingnan nyo, bakit huwag tayong gagamit ng black? Black will make your painting dirty and muddy. Ito, tingnan po nyo, ang mga bata kasi very popular sa kanila yung black. Pag gusto nilang dumiling, gagamitan ng black. Ito, tingnan po nyo. Let's say ang first color yellow. Yellow orange. So, ang gagawin ng bata minsan, gagamit ng black. The light is on the right. So, nilalagay nila yung black sa left. Shading daw. Tapos pagka binlend po nyo, hindi pa tapos yung prutas, eh bulok na ho. Ayan po, ganyan ang mangyayari. Black will make your painting dirty and muddy. So, tandaan po niyo, huwag muna kayong gagamit ng black. Halimbawa po, isa pa, no? Ito na lang po, isa pa. Ito po. Halimbawa, prutas na green. Yan. Prutas na green. Dalandan. The first color is yellow-green. Then, the color that is next to yellow-green is green. Ayan, no? Green. Didiinan po natin yan. I will use green on the left because the light is on the right. The color that is next to green is blue-green, but I don't have blue-green. So, gagamitin ko blue dito sa left side kasi ang blue madilim. Then, i-blend ko po yan. Paano biniblend? Kinukuha yung unang kulay. Babaliin nyo yung pastel nyo. Tapos dahan-dahan o yan, i-blend nyo. You will mix yellow-green and green. Using green. You will mix green and blue. Using yellow-green. Yan, para malambot po yung shading. Yan, pagkatapos, lalagay na po nyo yung tangkay. Halimbawa, yung tangkay. Ito po, ang tangkay. Yan. There. Yan, tingnan nyo. Halimbawa, yan ang papel ninyo. Yan ang papel nyo. No? There. Pagkatapos, lalagyan nyo ng highlight. No? Sa ganyang paraan, makakagawa na ho kayo ng painting using pastel. Halimbawa, nilagay nyo rito, kinulay nyo rito sa background ninyo. Ano po? Halimbawa, dark blue. Oh. Ganon din, i-blend po ninyo. I-blend nyo. Oh, nakulayan na halimbawa ng dark blue yan. O kukunin nyo yung yellow-green para palambutin yung gilid. Papahid po nyo rito sa gilid ng between dark blue and yellow-green para lalambot po. Eh kung halimbawa naman po ang foreground ninyo, ito, the foreground is always lighter than the background. The background is always darker than the foreground because the purpose of the background is to push the objects forward. let's say, nandito na yung ano nyo, nandito yung foreground nyo. So, lalagyan natin ng shadow. Lalagyan natin ng shadow. So, ito po yun. No? Lalagyan natin ng shadow. Yan. Dark brown and dark blue. Dark brown and dark blue. Pagkatapos, ito po. Tsaka nyo i-blend. Yan. So, ito lang po ang paraan, no? Yung technique para sa pagpipinta ng pastel. Kailangan po malakas ang loob nyo at tuloy-tuloy lang ang pagpipinta. Pero meron akong mensahe sa inyo. May message po ako sa inyo. Ang importante po ay maging busy po kayo. Kasi alam po ba nyo, nung namatay yung unang asawa ko noong 1998, nagkaroon po ako ng depression. Kasi mahal na mahal ko yung asawa ko, hanggang kasulog-sulugan, sinundan ko siya, hanggang sa namatay siya, hanggang sa nung nailibing siya, naalala ko po yung asawa ko, hindi ako makatulog. So anong ginawa ko po? Naganap po ako ng psychiatrist. Dito po sa Manila, dito po sa may Chinese doctors, sa may Chinese doctor. At diyan ko po na-meet si Dr. Mary Yun Xiao. Siya po naging psychiatrist ko. Imagine, hindi ako makatulog. Halos isang buwan na. Sabi sa akin ng kaibigan ko, hinom ka ng steel dogs. Nakainom na ako ng steel dogs pero hindi pa rin makatulog. So I decided to look for a psychiatrist. Pero tinignan mo muna sa dictionary yung ibig sabihin ng psychiatry. Pala tungkol sa mental yun eh. Kasi masyado akong bothered nun eh. Ang anak ko nun, 4 years old at saka yung isa, 9 years old. Sabihin nyo, iba nakakaano rin yun, pero ang ginawa ko po, nagdasal din ako ng dasal, bigyan ko ng awa sa Diyos, at tulungan ako para mapalaki ko po yung aking mga anak. So, nung nagpunta po ako sa Chinese General Hospital, na-meet ko po itong psychiatrist na si Mary Yu Xiao. Pinakwento sa akin kung ano nangyari. Yung nga po, sabi ko, asawa ko, namatay sa cancer, pagkatapos nalagaan mo po, naalala ko pa rin, kahit napatay na siya. So sabi nga nung doktora, depression yan. Imagine, siyang nabuwan po akong ng project. Sinunod ko po kung ano yung binigay sa akin gamot. Kapag gusto kong gumaling at gusto ko pang lumakas para mapalaki ko yung aking mga anak. Now, ang ginawa ko, dahil painter po ako, artist po ako, nagpinta ako ng pinta ng mga toys. Kaya yun ang dahilan kung bakit ako nakagawa ng mga toys na different colors. Kaya nga sabi ko doon sa doktora, kung puro gamot lang po niyang inumin ko, hindi po ako gagaling. Kaya po ako pinta ng pinta para maging busy po yung aking mind para hindi ko po maisip yung nangyari sa asawa ko. So imagine after 9 months, bigla na lang po ako nakatulog. Sabi nga, nireport ko po yun sa doktora, nung nanonood ako ng TV, sabi ko, bigla ako nakatulog. Tuloy-tuloy na. And then sabi ng doktora, bumalik na yung normal mo. So from that time, naging masaya na ako. And then, I stayed out of the house. Umalis ako sa bahay, magturo ko kung saan-saan para maging busy po ako. Kaya importante po na tamang-tama po na itong workshop nito, pinta at kulay para sa ating buhay, para sa ating pag-isip, tamang-tama po yung tema. Kasi hindi ka magkakaroon ng mental block pagka ikaw ay pinta ng pinta dahil nakakita ka ng magagandang kulay. So, sana lahat tayo ay mag-paint para nang sa ganoon, maganda yung ating takbo ng ating buhay. Dahil lalo na itong pandemya, minsan nakaka-stress, nakakalungkot. Nakikita natin yung ating mga kapwa, mga kababayan, namamatay, kaya nakakalungkot. So anong ginagawa natin? Anong ginagawa ko rin ngayon? Pinta lang po ng pinta. Kapag ang pagpipinta, then a person is always involved in creating something that is beautiful. Hindi siya makakaisip ng hindi maganda. So I hope lahat tayo ay maging busy. Magpinta lang po tayo para nang sa ganoon ay makapagbigay tayo ng magandang example sa ating mga kaibigan, sa ating mga anak, sa ating mga magulang. Maraming salamat po at magandang araw sa inyong lahat.
Okay, so that was quite a long pero napaka full pack ng session natin this evening. We will be calling Mr. Fernando Sena in a short while, but before that, let me just announce that this session tonight has been credited with 2 PMA CPD points, and makukuha po ninyo yung certificate ninyo after you fill up the post-evaluation form, and the link, we will be sharing it after the presentation of the certificates. So the link will also be posted in the chat box. Mamaya po yan after we present the certificate sa ating speaker. No? We still have a lot of things in store for you tonight. We have a live question and answer with Mr. Fernando Sena. We'll be waiting for him while he set up his ayan na, his camera. Okay, so before we have Mr. Fernando Sena with us, first let's look at the chat box. If you have questions, by the way, pwede po ninyong i-chat, gamitin yung chat box, and we will be having Mr. Sena to answer your questions mamaya. Sabi ni ni Doc Ara Diaz, we attended Maestro's class or Maestro's art class way back in 1985 at Luneta City Gallery. Ba? Matatandaan kaya ito ni Mr. Sena. Also, thank you very much, Maestro. Sabi ni Miss Laura Abraham. Thank you din. Sabi ni Mr. Timothy Casas. Also, good evening kay Mr. Gian Agana, Miss Jo Tayag, Dr. Ana Katrina de Guzman, Miss Maria Agana, and also sa iba pang mga nanonood tonight. No? Thank you, Mr. Sena, sabi ni Dr. Diana Agbayani. Thank you very much, Maestro, sabi ni Dr. Ellen Bauto. Ang galing ng pagturo at ang ganda ng honesty ni Mr. Fernando Sena. That's coming from Dr. Cynthia Laines. That was a very enjoying lecture, sabi ni Dr. Annabel Reyes. Thank you, sabi ni Dr. Sylvia Bernardino. Thank you so much, Sir Sena, sabi ni Dr. Maria Isabel Estrada. Sabi naman ni Maya Fedar Juan. Thank you very much, Maestro Sena. Sabi ni Dr. Norma Villanueva, my Lodi, Mr. Fernando Sena, I was a student at Vargas Museum, but listening to you now, I am really learning a lot. More power to you, sir. Sabi naman ni Dr. Japheth Fernandez de Leon, salamat po, sir. You make it look easy, interesting, and doable. Oo, totoo yan, Dr. Japheth. Sabi naman ni Dr. Mary Andelvalia, thank you so much, Maestro. Ganun din sabi ni Dr. Emmy Abadilla and ni Dr. Ayon Del Rosario. Lessons from the Master, thank you, Mr. Sena, sabi ni Dr. Rodora Andrea Concepcion. Okay, so ang dami pa, no? We have questions coming in and word of thanks from a lot of our audience. Can we have Mr. Sena with us right now? Ready na ba siya? Okay. Sir, hello. Grabe.
Thank you, ganda.
Napaka-nostalgic din ng way ng pagturo niyo. The last time I had that way of teaching is back when I was in college. Alam mo yun, siyempre ngayon kasi multimedia na, so ang dami ng way. Do you also teach the same? Ganito pa rin yung procedure ng pagturo nyo sa klase ninyo?
Medyo na-improve ng konti.
Oo nga eh. Sir, I'm sure we have a lot of questions coming in. 27 questions, new messages now. Mamaya isa-isahin natin yan. I'll do my best to have all the questions na mabigay sa inyo. My first question, this is coming from Dr. Rhea Concepcion. Do you have a painting of yourself? And how is it different painting yourself and painting a still life?
Itong painting ko to, na nakikita ninyo, yan yung exhibit noon sa Sining Kamalig sa Cubao. In commemoration of this EDSA Shrine, yung rally ata noon eh. Yan pinapakita na nakikita natin ang totoo pero half truth. Parang yan ang message ko eh. So, hindi ako gumawa ng portrait. Meron din akong ginawa mga self-portrait ko na buo. Pero gusto ko medyo naiiba at merong message sa tao.
Yeah. Okay. Hindi, nakakailang ba, sir? Hindi naman.
Ano yun?
Nakakailang ba na gumawa ng portrait ng sarili mo?
Madami na rin. Kasi sa pagdodrawing, kung gusto mo mag-practice ng portrait, unang pag-practicean mo yung mukha mo. Kasi pagka mukha ng iba, tatamarin ka eh. Yan, bababuyin mo. Pero kung sariling mukha mo, gagandahan mo eh. Sa ganyang paraan, matututo ka mag-portrait. Even during the early time, yung mga painters ng unang panahon, ang ginawa nilang mga practice na portrait, yung mga religious character, katulad ni Jesus Christ, ni Mama Mary. Kasi nasa isip nila, kung gagawin ko to, maaaring bendisyonan ako, swertein ako. Merong ganong mga paniniwala, yung mga artist. Pero nakakatulong yon para lalong pagbutihan mo ang paggawa ng portrait. I think one good practice is to draw first your self-portrait before doing the portrait of others.
Okay. Thanks for the tip. Here's a question from Dr. Maria Imelda Batar. Ang sabi niya, if we want to change the color, can we still erase the oil pastel color or we just have to use another color to color over it?
Ang ibig niyang sabihin, yung papalitan lang yung kulay. Actually, hindi ko lang na-demonstrate yung chalk pastel eh. Kasi ang oil pastel, mahirap palitan yung kulay kasi this is oily. Unlike in chalk pastel, meron siyang covering power. Pwede niyang palitan yung kulay. Pero sa oil pastel, hindi mo mapapalitan. But there is only one solution for that. You get another paper and make another painting.
Uulit ka, in short. Hindi pa maganda pagpapatungan mo siya?
Kasi pwedeng patungan yan. Ang oil pastel, pwedeng patungan kung gagamitin mo ay oil paint.
Okay.
Kasi ang oil paint at saka yung oil pastel ay almost the same. Gumagamit ng oil. The only difference between these two mediums, ang oil pastel ay nasa bar, while the oil paint ay nasa tube. Kaya kung gusto mong i-retouch, patungan, kumuha ka ng oil paint. Pwede mong palitan ang kulay, mapapatungan mo. Pero kailangan patuyin mo muna. Pero gagamit ka rin ng linseed oil or baby oil. Kanina lang nakalimutan kong ipakita yung blending ng edges ng prutas eh. Dapat ang pag-blend nun, gumagamit ng, I'm sorry, nakalimutan ko lang, yung gilid ng object. To blend that, gagamit ka kung ano yung kulay na ginamit mo, ipapahid mo sa gilid. Kung wala ka ng kulay ng object mo, you may use baby oil. Kung wala kang baby oil, kasi wala ka pang baby, pwede mong gamitin linseed oil. Kung wala kang linseed oil, pwede mong pang-blend. O kung meron mang mga puti-puti pa, yung papel mo, dahil mahina yung kamay mo, hindi matakpan, pwede ka rin gumamit ng paint thinner na nabibili sa hardware. Wag lang yung lacquer thinner kasi malakas ang amoy nun. Kung halimbawa, sarado na yung hardware, di ka na makabili ng paint thinner, pwede kang gumamit ng petroleum jelly. Ipapahid mo lang sa gilid para mag-blend, para lalambot yung edges. Kung wala kang petroleum jelly, pwede kang gumamit ng candle, kandila. Kasi ang kandila, ang candle, oily rin. Papahid mo lang para matakpan yung maski na ibang papel. But you cannot blend oil pastel using your finger. The pastel that can be blended is the chalk pastel or the so-called soft pastel. Nirarab ng finger yon. Yun ang chalk pastel.
Okay, so nasa paligid lang pala natin yung mga solusyon, sir.
Oh.
Okay, here's another question from Dr. Diana Agbayani. Sabi niya, paano madedevelop ang light and shadow?
Paano madedevelop ang
Light
style?
and shadow.
Ang shadows. Actually, shadow is very important. That will tell us the position of light. Dalawang klase ang shadow, no? Dalawang klase ang shadow. Yung shadow, dalawang klase yan. Merong soft shadow at merong sharp shadow. No, merong sharp. Kung halimbawa yung object mo nasa tabi ka lang ng bintana, no? Let's say ito yung bintana nasa right. So yung shadow mo dito madilim. And from this part going to the left, nagiging lighter kasi softer. Unlike in sharp shadow, yung sharp, this is direct lighting. Direct lighting, no? Direct lighting. Pag nasa labas ka ng bahay, ito yung shadow, ito yung shading mo. Yung shadow mo, sharp. Sharp, kasi direct. Ito naman, this is indirect lighting. Indirect. Galing lang sa bintana. Kaya softer dito. Hindi katulad to, sharp. Kahit halimbawa, nagmamaneho ka ng kotse mo sa kalsada, malakas ang araw, di ba nakikita natin yung shadow ng building sa street? That is sharp shadow. So, because that is direct lighting. Iba yung shadow sa shading. Ito shading ito. Ito shading yan. Kaya pag halimbawa nandito yung madilim mo, yung shading mo madilim, tapos madilim dito, itong part ng object mo ay lalagyan mo ng konting light. May konting light yan. Which is part of the object, not part of the table. And this is what we call reflected light. Reflected light. At itong reflected light, ang purpose niyan is to show the roundness of an object para makita ang volume. At the same time, to separate this dark area which is part of the shading from the shadow. Pero pagdating dito sa background, hindi na nagkakaroon ng reflected light. Dito lang sa tinatamaan ng shadow. Yun ang difference niya.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Sir Gilbert, sorry, hindi ko ma-download yung siguro ang bagal lang ng download, but later on, tingnan natin kung ano tong share no, ni Sir Gilbert Zamora. Another question, I think this is a very personal question, sir, from Ayon Del Rosario. Gaano ka-important ang drawing sa iyo?
Ang drawing ay nakakatulong. Actually, drawing is the start of creation. Hindi ka pwedeng pumunta sa painting kung hindi ka marunong mag-drawing. Pero ang drawing, natututuan yan. It can be learned by anybody. As long as you study drawing and painting under a teacher who knows how to draw and who knows how to paint and who knows how to teach. Kasi may mga teacher hindi marunong mag-paint, hindi marunong mag-drawing. May mga artist, may mga painter, hindi naman marunong magturo. Walang sistema. Kaya kailangan para matuto ka, drawing muna. Kasi meron gusto sa klase ko, minsan, ako pwede bang mag-oil na lang ako? Sabi ko, bakit gusto niya mag-oil? Kasi baka mamatay ako bukas sabi niya. Sabi ko, hindi kailangan magdaan kayo ng basic. Mientras nagmamadali kayo na gusto niyong pumunta kagad sa painting, lalo kayong babagal matuto. Kasi ang drawing, that is the basic foundation in order to learn the secret, the technique in painting. Pero ang pag-drawing, itong art, maganda ang naidudulot sa pag-iisip ng tao. Ang art, ang pag-drawing, kung meron mang damot na paint reliever, ito namang pagdodrawing, pagpipinta, ay makukonsider natin na stress reliever. Kasi dito sa mundo, sa buhay natin, sa pang-araw-araw na trabaho natin, nakaka-meet tayo ng tinatawag na mental issues. Katulad ng anxiety and stress. Dati may estudyante ako from Forbes Part, anak ng isang banker. Tawag ng tawag. Sabi ko, bakit gusto niyong mag-aral ng painting? Kasi maloka-loka ako rito Buntis ako, ayaw akong paalisin ng tatay ko. Kaya gusto kong mag-drawing, mag-painting para mawala yung stress ko. Lalo na ngayon, pandemya, laganap ang stress. Dahil pag ikaw ay nagpipinta, nakaka-relax ka. Tumatakas ang stress. Tumatakas ang problema mo, nakakalimutan mo even by 1 hour or 2 hours, by 3 hours. At maginhawa ang pakiramdam mo at nakaka-relax ka. Hindi lang yan. Ang pagdodrawing ay nakakatulong sa promotion ng creative development. Nagkakaroon ka rin ng self-confidence. Kasi pag nakakagawa ka ng magandang painting, pag nakita ng ibang tao, minsan humahanga sila, naku, ang ganda ng gawa mo. So by that comment, nagiging driving force mo. Nagkakaroon ka ng self-confidence. Napipil mo na hindi lang pala ikaw ang magaling, kundi hindi lang pala ikaw ang magaling ayon sa ibang tao, kundi sa sarili mo. Because it is not very important to know that we are good, but it is also very important that the other people will know that we are really very good. In what way? So we have to be very noisy about our drawing and painting. We join art classes, we practice them, para pag nakita yung painting natin, yun ang nagsasalita para maraman na mahusay ka. Hindi lang yan. Ang painting ay nakakatulong sa bolstering. It bolsters your imagination, especially your memory. Ako, 73 years old na. Maniniwala ba kayo, malakas ang memory ko? Meron akong 7 ATM. Kabisado ko lahat ang number. Nakipagpustahan pa yung kaibigan ko. Talagang nandito, hindi na ako nagdadala ng listahan. Kasi yung painting, it will always sharpen not only your cultural horizon, but also your imagination. Hindi lang yan. Ang painting ay nakakatulong sa development ng iyong moral strength. Nagkakaroon ka ng moral strength Hindi mo naman sasabihin sa ibang tao na, oh, ako, magaling ako. Kundi, meron akong self-confidence. Yung iba kasi, pag nagdo-drawing, pag nilapitan lang ng ibang nanonood, tinatakpan, natatakot, iniisip nila baka merong mali o merong hindi maganda. Actually, dapat lakasan ng loob yan para magkaroon ka ng moral strength. Gawa lang ng gawa. Because the more you paint, sabi ko kanina, the more you will learn. At saka isa pa, yung painting ay nagsisilbing isang daan para i-express yung ating emosyon. Expression ng ating emosyon. Minsan, pag nagagalit ka, magpinta ka lang, mawawala yung galit mo. Pag naiinis ka, pag nasusuya ka, magpinta ka lang, mawawala yung pagkasuya mo. Kaya malaking bagay ang naidudulot ng painting sa buhay ng tao, lalo na sa ating pag-iisip. Lalo na itong panahon nito, ang dami nating problema. Iniisip natin ang mga kababayan natin na nagkakasakit, namamatay, nagugutom. Pero pag tayo ay nagpinta, minsan nakaka-recover tayo sa ganong kondisyon ng ating pag-iisip. Dapat positive. Itong nangyayaring ito, may pandemya, this is, I think, for an artist, this is a positive development for us. Bakit? Mentras nakikita natin to, lalo tayong humahanap ng isang bagay na pwede nating pagkaabalahan. Kapag ka ang isang tao ay abala, nag-iisip na laging maganda ang ginagawa, ang mga masamang gawain sa buhay ay hindi papasok sa kanyang isipan. Sabi nga, tatlo ang dimension na kailangan natin. Spiritual dimension, physical dimension, and the most important is mental dimension. Yung mental dimension, kailangan lahat ng iniisip mo ay maganda at tama. Kasi pagka meron kang iniisip na hindi maganda, hindi tama, magkakaroon ka ng mental block. Hindi mo maiisip yung gagawin mo sa painting mo na maganda na gusto mong ipakita sa ibang tao. So yan ang sinasabi ko na kahalagahan ng pagpipinta.
Ang lawak, sir, ng sagot ninyo. I think ang dami ng mga questions na sakop ng sagot ninyo. Before I read my next question, Sir Sena, gusto ko lang sabihin itong sinabi ni Miss Ellen Bauto. Sabi niya, my 14-year-old daughter was your student way back in 2015, 2016. Before she went to heaven in 2016 due to lupus complications. She enjoyed your classes and we are grateful. We are forever grateful to you, Maestro.
Naku, nakakalungkot naman ako, pero I will still pray for her. Sana kahit nandun na siya, eh, patuloy pa rin siya magpa-practice ng painting. Kasi katulad halimbawa sa klase ko, minsan merong dinadala yung mentally unfit. Sometimes mentally merong mental disabilities. Hindi po ako nagtuturo niyan. Pero maraming beses ko nang sinubukan yan. Tumanggap ako ng isa lang kasi pinagbigyan ko yung kaibigan ko. Meron pala silang iba-ibang degree. May sarili silang mundo. Kailangan pala dyan, pagtuturuan mo, una, marami kang dalang pasensya. Kailangan mabait ka. Minsan na-absorb ko rin, kanya ko rin sila tinatanggap minsan, pero minsan pa isa-isa lang, dala-dalawa sa klase ko. Kasi na-absorb ko po, nahihigop ko yung nararamdaman ng kanilang magulang. Kanya lang pag tinuruan ko sila, sabi ko, samahan po ninyo yung anak nyo. Kasi minsan may nangyari nga, nung umalis yung parents, yung bata parang nagalit, no? Yung suntok niya yung mukha niya, kaya naawa naman ako. Kaya yung mga ibang estudyante, naawa rin. Pero yung ganyan, minsan nagturo ko ng ganyan, isa-isa lang. Pero hindi ko kasi linya. Gusto ko lang ma-experience. Bababa ang loob mo. Tuturuan kang maging mababa ang loob sa ganitong estudyante mo. Pero minsan, pagka tumagal, yung parents na mismo ang inuhugot yung anak nila sa klase kasi minsan mayroong sumisigaw, mayroong takbo siya. Naintindihan naman siguro ng parents yon. Kaya dapat sa mga ganyang estudyante, one and one, dapat mabait ka, no? Wala yung pride mo, babaliin mo yung pride mo, no? Kasi parang tinuturing mo na rin magulang ka ng batang ito. So, may talent din sila, no? Pansin ko may talent din sila, pero hindi katulad yung talagang estudyante ko, pag nag-lecture ako, nakukuha na. Pero, hindi ko ine-expect na ma-perfect nila yung tinuro ko because of their condition. Ang importante ron, meron silang maisip na gawin sa bahay kasi para hindi naman sila isipin din ng kanilang mga magulang.
Thank you very much, Sir Sena. Just want to shout out kay Dr. Lillian Lee. She's in the house. Sabi niya, "Hi, Mr. Sena. Congratulations. You have come a long way, sir."
Actually, lahat ng medium ay maganda at napag-aaralan. Hindi lang dapat isang medium lang ang gagamitin mo kasi time will come na magsasawa ka. Halimbawa, kung puro watercolor, pagka nagsawa ka, hihinto ka. What is very important here is continuous drawing and painting. Kung halimbawa huminto ka sa watercolor, pwede kang mag-acrylic, pwede kang mag-oil, pwede ka lang mag-pencil. What is very important is keep on painting, continuous painting para magiging productive ka. Pero lahat yan, madali. Sa totoo lang, madali. Kasi napag-aaralan. Pagka sa sarili mo lang, may kulang yon. Pero pagka ikaw ay nag-aral ng iba-ibang medium, yung nasa isip mo na gusto mong gawin ay ilalabas yon. Ako pag nagturo, minsan 10%. Ang purpose ko pag nagturo ko ay kung paano ko palalabasin yung alam ng estudyante ko. Hindi yung kung paano ko palalabasin yung alam ko. Kaya pag nagturo ko, hindi yung 90% magagaling sa akin doon sa trabaho niya, hindi matututo yung bata. Kailangan 10% lang sa akin, ipapakita ko ganito ang technique. Kasi ang bata, ang estudyante ko, imitative. Kaya kailangan ang teacher ay demonstrative. Ipapakita yung technique. Lahat yan madali. Wala hong problema yan. Wala ho yan sa age. It can be learned. Kahit na kayo walang talent, kaya ko po kayong lagyan ng talent, lahat kayong mga nanonood. As long as you have the time and interest, kailangan nasa puso po yan. May oras kayo, tapos nasa puso nyo. Kasi kung talented nga, mas interesado sila sa taekwondo, sa piano, wala rin. Pero meron akong mga estudyante, walang talent, pero nag-aaral sila, uma-attend sila ng klasiko, araw-araw, walang absent, natututo sila, sigurado, slowly, pero accurately. Kasi may mga artist naman, mga estudyante na merong mabagal magpinta, merong mabilis magpinta. Hindi pare-pareho ang kanilang degree ng pagtatrabaho. At pag-aaralan yan. Eh yung mga maids, nag-workshop ako sa mga maids, natuto eh. Nag-workshop ako sa mga doktor, lawyers, no, teachers, natuto eh. Ang kailangan mo lang ituro yung tamang technique para diretso kagad. Kumbaga sa doktor, pagka ba gagamutin mo yung pasyente mo, hindi yung dahan-dahan, diretso kagad para magumaling. Eh sa akin naman, yung workshop ko, this is a shortcut. Instead of studying painting for 5 years in the School of Fine Arts, this can be obtained in 24 sessions. Kasi shortcut eh. Yung pencil, it can be learned in 2 sessions. Sketching and shading lang. Pag ikaw nag-aral ng fine arts, ang sketching, ang pencil, it will take you almost 1 semester to finish that. Siyempre, kailangan patagalin yung course para magbayad ng matrikula yung estudyante. Dito, diretso. Turo ko yung sketching, tapos shading, all you have to do is to practice them. Para malaman mo kung tama yung tinuturo ng teacher, kailangan pa-practicein mo.
Sir, meron po tayong another 4 minutes to wrap up. I think since nabanggit niyo na po yung time and effort na kung sino man ang gustong mag-aral ng drawing, ang next question ko po is if they would really want to enroll in your class, paano po? Do you hold virtual classes or kailangan nilang pumunta sa inyo?
Yung gusto mag-aaral ng painting, no? Yung mag-aaral ng painting sa akin, mag-text lang po kayo dito sa cellphone ko. 0918 951 9989. I-text niyo lang po ko at text niyo lang po ko at sasabihin ko po sa inyo yung mga details ng painting.
Sir, uulitin natin yon 0918-951-9989.
At present, meron po akong klase dito po sa Tandansora every Sunday, 9 to 11:30 a.m. Dito sa Buenas Artes Gallery. Pag Sabado po ng umaga, 9 to 11:30 a.m., meron po ako doon sa bahay. Kanya lang, hindi na po kasi dami nung dati. Minsan, up to 5 people lang. Siyempre, meron tayong mga konting distancing. Ang klase ko doon, hindi face-to-face, back-to-back eh. Hindi siya makaharap eh. Kaya ako 5 lang. At yun lang. Tuwing Sabado, if you're interested to study painting under my workshop, you text me 0918-951-9989. Every Saturday, 9 to 11:30 a.m. sa may Scout Candia. Text nyo lang po ako. At dito naman po sa Buenas Artes, sa may Tandansora Corner, Congressional Avenue Extension, ay every Sunday, 9 to 11:30 a.m.
Sir, meron pa tayong 55 new messages na hindi pa nababasa. So in case there are questions in those 55 new messages, isesend po namin yun sa inyo para masagot ninyo and then we will revert through the email ng mga nagtanong.
Yes.
Kasi merong recorded naman po itong session na ito.
Correct.
So, doctors, don't worry. Sa ating mga participants, we're running out of time. Okay, sir. Last, before we end the open forum, na I know you have books which you might want to promote po.
Pardon?
Meron po kayong libro, sir.
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I forgot it. Meron po akong 2 libro. Yung una kong libro, yung tungkol sa basic steps in drawing. Meron din po akong second book about pastel painting. If you are interested to buy this book, i-text lang po niyo ako sa sinulat kong number. And then, pag kayo nag-order, pwede ko pong i-deliver sa inyo by Lalamove o kaya sa rider. Then, pwede niyo akong bayaran sa ito lang po. Ito yung libro. 2 books. At dito makikita po ninyo, dito lang po sa pastel. Ito, nanay ko po ito. Pastel. At dito makikita nyo yung mga step-by-step painting and pastel. At saka yung mga ginawa kong mga portrait na different people At ito pong librong ito ay isinaling ko pa sa Tagalog. Wala kayong makikita artbook na may translation sa Tagalog. At ito'y maraming na bumili sa probinsya at hindi po ako naglalagay sa National Bookstore. Nagte-check lang po sila. 2,000 na po yung na-print, naubos na po yun. Pero ito namang ito namang pencil lang, basic, how to draw portrait, how to draw the eyes from the landscape. Marami din po kayong matututuan dito. So, if you're interested, to have this book, sabihan nyo lang po ako at lalagyan pa natin ng magandang dedication. At pwede pa yung pangregalo po ito. Magandang pangregalo po ito kaysa yung mga damit, kaysa yung mga pagkain na nauubos, na pumupupas. Pero ito po, maraming may dudulot ito sa buhay natin. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Fernando Sena, for sharing your talent, and marami po kayong pabaon sa amin ngayong gabi, sir. Hindi lang po yung number ninyo. Dr. Japet Fernandez, I noted your suggestions. Tingnan namin and we'll revert po sa inyong lahat. Alright, so next po, once again, I would like to remind and inform the participants that this activity has been granted to PMA CPD units, and to receive your certificates, you will accomplish the post-evaluation form towards the end of the program and after the presentation of the certificates. Now, the link of the post-evaluation will be posted mamaya po ng konti sa chat box. Once again, thank you very much, Mr. Fernando Sena, for that very interactive Q&A segment with our audience. I'm sorry, hindi natin lahat nasagot yung mga questions, but we will try our very best na masagot yung mga questions na yon.
Send them to me to my messenger.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We will. Yeah. For now, we will allow Mr. Sena some time to rest after his long demo presentation and the Q&A. Mr. Sena will still stay until the end of the webinar for a group photo together with us and also the panelists.
Thank you.
Now we proceed to one of the most awaited part of this workshop webinar, which is the announcement of the top 10 photo entries from the Portraits of the Pandemic take-home activity of the Larawan Workshop na nangyari noong October 14. So before I introduce the judges, I first would like to give some disclosure on how the judging was done. Okay? So number one, for judging purposes, lahat po ng mga photos na na-forward sa email ng Kulay sa Buhay ay na-forward din po sa sa tatlong judges with only a designated code numbers without indicating the names of the participants. The competition was open to all who participated in the Larawan Workshop webinar. However, members of Zydus Philippines did not participate in the competition as a sponsoring partner of Peace Cup and Kulay sa Buhay. Walang member ng Peace Cup, including the board and the webinar organizers, had any participation even in the collation of submitted entries, nor any organizer of Kulay sa Buhay knows the names of individuals who participated. So the collation of entries was done by a designated person from Zydus Pharma who also did not participate in the competition. No member of Peace Cup, including the board and webinar organizers of Kulay sa Buhay, had any participation in the judging process. And only today, December 2, that the top 10 photo entries will be revealed and announced. The result was not revealed to any members of Peace Cup and Kulay sa Buhay webinar organizers until tonight sa segment na ito, wherein Mr. Vic Season later will announce the winning photos. So we all did this to ensure and to assure our Larawan participants and the audience that the judging process was done fairly and objectively. Naku, napakahigpit pala. So I hope our participants from Larawan Workshop and those who participated and submitted their entries for the Portraits of the Pandemic are all here tonight for the result. Now let me introduce to you our jury. So our first judge is none other than Mr. Vic Season, who is also the chairman of the board of judges. Mr. Vic Season is an artist a graphic designer and an illustrator, an educator, and a photographer by profession. He's a member of the Faculty in Fine Arts Department at the Philippine Women's University, Far Eastern University, De La Salle University, and College of St. Benilde. He also frequently holds lectures at the Federation of Philippine Photographers Foundation, where he specializes in portraiture, fashion, and advertising. Our second judge is a photographer. He is an actor, a writer, and a film director. He is a cinematographer and actor as well in several short films produced by the Idea First Company, such as Kalel 15 and Game Boys, to name a few. And currently, he is finishing his college education on community development at the University of the Philippines, where he is expected to graduate this month. Our third and last jury is a professional photographer, a graphic artist, and a multimedia editor. Currently, he is finishing his college education in Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and running cum laude at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines in Batangas. He is also the owner of J. Morris Photo Cinema. So these are our judges, our jury, who scrutinize all the submitted entries of the participants for Kulay sa Buhay. And so, now I proceed to calling Mr. Vic Season to announce the top 10.
Thank you, Mr. Fortune. Naririnig po ako.
Yes, yes.
Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Ito si Big Season ulit. Ako po yung nakasama nyo nung launching episode ng Kulay sa Buhay noong October 14 in celebration of the Mental Health Month bilang guest artist and photographer. Nagbigay ng workshop dun sa episode na larawan, therapeutic photography for mental health. Narito po ako ngayon upang i-announce ang mga nagwagi ng top 10 places
Mr.
from
Vic,
the 49 photography
Vic.
entries. Yes.
can you please turn on your camera, your
Okay.
video? Ayan.
Okay, narito po ako para i-announce yung 49, 10 places out of the 49 entries that were submitted on the portrait of the pandemic. Take-home activity po ito, no? Bago ko banggitin ang mga napiling top 10, balikan natin muli ang mga naging activity guide at mga panuntunan sa pagpili ng subject na pagkukuhanan ng larawan. Anything around you that gave you comfort during the pandemic, no? Number 2, maaring tao yan, pangyayari, emotion o damdamin, bagay, or sceneries, living or not living things na nasa inyong paligid na sa tingin nyo ay nagkaroon ng halaga at tatak sa inyong ngayong pandemya. Number 3, ano ang mga bagay na pumasok sa isip mo during the pandemic? Pwede nyo itong balikan at kuhanan ng larawan. Number 4, ito ang mga bagay na nagkaroon ng halaga at tatak sa inyo sa pandemyang ito. Wala ko. Okay. Submitted photos were forwarded to me and to other judges designated with code numbers only. Talagang hindi po namin nalaman yung mga winners yan. Ako ngayong gabi ko lang nalaman yan. Pinadala ngayong gabi, no? Indicating the name of the participant. Gusto ko rin pong sabihin sa inyo na hindi kami magkakakilala. Ngayon ko lang nakilala yung dalawang binanggit. All the results were submitted and collated by Mr. Fortune Sagabay, who did the ranking based on scores and code names. At ito naman muli ang ating criteria sa judging. Adherence and relevance to the theme. Content and subscription is 25%. Creativity and originality is 25%. Photographic quality is 10%. Composition is 20%. Visual impact is 20%. With a total score na 100. Pati po decimal kasama yan. No? Photos may have been taken using Android phone, tablets, or any digital camera. The photos to be submitted should be taken strictly within October 15 to November 7 only. Photos taken prior to this date with the prior to these dates will not be qualified. From the total 49 submitted entries, Jajal was ranked the top 10 photos. Nais ko lang po iparating sa lahat na lumahok na narito ko ngayong gabi at nag-aabang ng resulta na lahat ng mga larawan ay mahusay. Ang mga titulo ng bawat isang entry ay mahusay na pinag-isipan at binigyan ng pagsasalarawan. Kaya sa inyong lahat na lumahok, congratulations, mahusay po kayong lahat. Siguro pwede na maging pro. Later, I'll announce the 10 winners and awards na naghihintay para sa inyo. It will be announced naman by Dr. Concepcion and Mr. Fortune Sagabay. Umpisahan ko po yung top 10. Habang binabanggit ko, ipakikita po nila sa screen ang litrato. Ito po yung 10th place, no? Ang code po ay KSB LWN-013 with the entry title Rising Above Disability and the Pandemic. Yan po ang nakakuha ng 10th place. Mabanggitin ko na rin po ang pangalan, nakalagay na rin po rin sa akin, pinadala ngayong gabi. Ang 10th place ay napunta po kay Sister Antonieta M. de la Serna. Congratulations po. Okay, ang number 9 place, merong code na KSB LWN-043. Yun yata 043 ang entry number, ano? With the entry title, Kasama Kita sa Araw-Araw. Ang 9th place ay napunta kay Miss April Portesa. Again, congratulations. At nakikita po nyo sa screen ang 9th place photo, no? Okay, ang 8th place, code name KSB LWN 016. Yun ang entry number. At ang entry title ay Laban Lang. Yung lang, LUN, hindi LAG. LNG. Ang 8th place ay napunta sa photographer na Dr. Rodora Concepcion. Doctor. Congratulations po. Yan. At tumungo na tayo ngayon sa 7th place. Yan, nakita nyo sa screen nyo, no? Yung nanalo. Ang 7th place po, code number ay KSB LWN 015. With the entry title, Where have all the hospital patients gone? Nakikita na yun sa screen nyo, no? Yun. Okay, ang 7th place ay napunta kay Dr. Rodora Concepcion. Again, congratulations po. Okay, ang 6th place, ang code number KSB again, LWN 042. With the entry title, Home. Ang 6th place ay napunta kay Father Noel Asopardo. Congratulations po, Father. Okay, nakita niyo yung litrato, no? Mayumbol kayo yun. Okay. Ang 6th place, 6th place, napunta 6th place. Pang ano na ba ako? Napindot ko eh. Okay. Tapos, okay. Ang 5th place, code na naman KSB LWN 005. 005 entry number, no? With the entry title Rainbow. The 5th place goes to Ruben Verdaguer. Congratulations, Mr. Verdeguer. Ayun, yung may rainbow. Okay. Pag ginagalaw ko yung screen ko, nawawala ako sa sabi ng sa entries eh. Okay. Ang sumunod ay ang fourth place. Yan, palapit na ng palapit. Fourth place na to. Ang fourth place with the code KSB LWN-034. Ang title ng entry ay Kaibigan. Fourth place goes to Jopel Botero Ebiosa. Congratulations, Mr. Jopel Ebiosa. Now, the third place. Code number KSB LWN 032. Entry title, Larong Pambata sa Gitna ng Pandemya. Haba ng title. Third place goes to the name Mr. Jopel Botero Ebiosa. Ba, pareho na. Dalawang beses nanalo si Mr. Ebiosa. Congratulations. Second place. Code name. Parang agent code name. KSB LWN 014 with the entry title Mysteries of the Rosary, Mysteries of the Pandemic. Second place goes to Dr. Rodora Andrea Concepcion. Wow, congratulations. Yan, ang first place naman, ito na. Code KSB LWN 033. Entry title, Hope Amidst Pandemic. First place goes to, photographer Jopel Botero Ebiosa. Yay! Congratulations po. Muli po, in behalf of the judges na sila Mr. Jerome Canlas at Jo Marie Mores, ang aking pagbati sa lahat ng nanalo dito sa Portraits of the Pandemic ng Kulay sa Buhay. Lalo na sa ating mga nagwagi, maraming salamat muli sa Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry at Kulay sa Buhay sa pamumuno po ni Dr. Rodora Concepcion. At ang akin ding pasasalamat sa Sidus Healthcare Philippines and Company at kay Mr. Fortune Sagabay. Maraming salamat po at magandang gabi sa inyong lahat.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Vic Season. At sa iyong nagbibinatang boses, I think kailangan niyo po uminom ng tubig, sir. All right, now to formally launch the book, the coffee table book that we first presented, let me call on the president of the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, Dr. Rodora Andrea Concepcion.
Hi, and good evening once again. Thank you very much. Sabi ko nga, ang sarap sa pakiramdam, hindi lang yung makasali ka at makalahok sa activity na ito. I decided to participate also in this take-home activity because I want it to be therapeutic for me. And lalo palang therapeutic ang pakiramdam kapag ikaw ay manalo. So, I did not expect that my photos will win. So thank you very much and thank you to all our judges. So it's a nice feeling. Congratulations to all the other winners. Ang gaganda po ng mga entries na nanalo. And to all those who participated, I hope it has been helpful and therapeutic to all of us. And thank you very much for the interest and for giving it your time. And the most exciting part about this is that all the 49 photos will be featured in a book. No? So lahat po ng nag-submit ng photos, all the 49 entries will be featured in a book. And tonight, the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry and Kulay sa Buhay formally present to you the book product of Larawan, Therapeutic Photography for Mental Health workshop webinar, which was held on October 14. So tonight we launch the book entitled Portraits of the Pandemic, which will contain and feature all the 49 entries submitted by the individuals who participated. There will be two versions of the book that we will create. One is a digital version, and the other version is a hard copy coffee table book version, in which all the 19 participants will receive not later than. So the hard copy coffee table book version will be received by all the 19 participants not later than second week of January next year, 2022. The digital version may come out sooner. And the hard copy of the coffee table book version will be delivered to you by our pharmaceutical partner, Zydus Neurosciences, who will be generously supporting the printing of the book. And there will be limited copies of the book that will be printed. So watch out for that. And for the top 10 winners, aside from the two versions of the book, they will be receiving a certificate of recognition from PSCAP and Kulay sa Buhay with the support of Zydus Neurosciences, which will also be delivered to you along with the book. And PSCAP and Zydus will get in touch with all the participants, and the certificates will be framed for you together with your winning photo. So on screen, you see the book and how it will look. Okay, so that's Portrait of the Pandemic, brought to you by the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry and Kulay sa Buhay, in partnership with Zydus Neurosciences Incorporated, coming to you very soon. So thank you very much. And for now, let's have a closer look once again of the book, Portraits of the Pandemic.
Maraming salamat, Dr. Concepcion. That was really, congratulations pala sa lahat ng mga nanalo. So this event is also made possible by our industry partner, Zydus Healthcare Philippines. Now we would like to hear from Zydus Neurosciences Division Head, Ms. Divina Grace Dano.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Divina Grace Dano. With me is our product manager and your host for tonight, Mr. Fortune Sagabay. In behalf of Zydus Healthcare Philippines, I would like to thank the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, headed by PSCAP President Dr. Rodora Andrea Concepcion and PSCAP Vice President Dr. Vanessa Kathleen Cainhug for this initiative of presenting different art activities to emphasize psychotherapy. I believe that this event adds value to our participants tonight, as we all have learned something new in painting. Thank you, Mr. Fernando Sena, for sharing your knowledge to us. One of the objectives of Kulay sa Buhay is to help people explore and communicate thoughts and emotions in unique, expressive ways, and creative process as part of self-enrichment and healing mental illness. On the other hand, Zydus also help patients in ensuring compliance and adherence to their medications by providing affordable and high-quality medicines. And we continue to forge partnerships with medical societies such as PSCAP to highlight the importance of pharmacological and psychotherapy in the healing process of patients. To our doctor participants, our medical representative will continue to visit you and present how our brands help your patients. To our non-medical participants who may need pharmacotherapy, ask your doctor about Zydus brands. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Ms. Grace Dano. To present the certificates for tonight's event, please welcome Dr. Vanessa Kathleen Cainhug, the Vice President of the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry.
Good evening. Thank you for that introduction. Let me now award the certificates before the night ends. There will be two groups. First is the certificates for the artists in the Portraits of the Pandemic. The first is reads as the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry and Kulay sa Buhay, in partnership with Zydus Healthcare Philippines Incorporated, presents this certificate of appreciation to Victor I. Sison as judge in Portraits of the Pandemic, a take-home activity and photography competition of the Larawan Therapeutic Photography for Mental Health Workshop, given this 2nd of December 2021. Okay. The next certificate, also for the Portraits of the Pandemic, is a certificate of appreciation given to Jerome Andre M. Canlas as judge in the Portraits of the Pandemic. And the third certificate of appreciation is awarded to Jo Marie L. Mores, also as judge in Portraits of the Pandemic. Now let me go to the certificates of appreciation for PINTA, our current workshop. So first, let me read the certificate. The Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry and Kulay sa Buhay, in partnership with Zydus Healthcare Philippines Incorporated, present this certificate of appreciation to Fernando B. Sena as our resource speaker in this workshop called PINTA, Painting for Mental Health and Well-Being, Lessons from the Master, held December 2, 2021. And also, we would like to present a certificate of appreciation to our pharma healthcare partner, which is Zydus Healthcare Philippines Incorporated. This certificate of appreciation is awarded to Zydus as our pharmaceutical partners in PINTA. And lastly, is a certificate of attendance to all who participated in tonight's very productive and artistic workshop. And as Mr. Fortune has mentioned, this certificate is worth 2 CPD units, PMA CPD units. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Kainghog. And to all the participants, your certificates will be emailed to you within 2 days after this event. Kindly answer and submit the evaluation form. The link is now posted or will now be posted in the chat box. We would like to request all the participants to stay for a group photo with our speakers and Mr. Sena. So to formally close this session and to sing the Peace Cup hymn, please welcome once again Dr. Rodora Andrea Concepcion.
Yes, good evening once again. Well, I'm trying to find the right word in describing how it feels creating your own masterpiece out of painting. And I think there's a sense of awe in how we are able to express our creative spirit. And the art of painting gives us a sense of magic. It's a creative exploration that awakens our imagination, which gives us that sense of magic in creativity. And it nurtures our human and creative soul, making the art of painting therapeutic. On behalf of the Board of the Philippine Society for Child and Adolescent Psychiatry and Kulay sa Buhay, we sincerely thank and congratulate Mr. Fernando Sena for this wonderful 3-hour workshop and presentation on PINTA. Thank you very much, Mr. Sena, for walking us through this experience. We hope that our episode on PINTA, as well as the past episodes on Larawan and Ikebana, will help relieve our stress and improve our well-being. We hope that all our episodes can help improve our outlook and the way we experience the world. We are truly appreciative of the time and participation of our wonderful audience. Thank you very much for staying until the end of the workshop. Of course, to those who were present in all the 3 launching episodes, thank you very much for spending time learning and enjoying with us. Our workshop webinar tonight was granted 2 PMA CPD units. I would like to thank our PSCAP Vice President and CPD Officer, Dr. Vanessa Kainhug, for working on the CPD continuing professional development applications. Your certificates will be available to you after you have accomplished and submitted the post-evaluation forms. And we would like to sincerely thank our pharmaceutical partner in all the 3 launching episodes of Kulay sa Buhay, Zydus Healthcare Philippines, for supporting PSCAP through the years in all our projects and endeavors. My sincere acknowledgement to Ms. Divina Grace Dano, the Division Head of Zydus Neurosciences, for her support in PSCAP's Kulay sa Buhay series. And as always, of course, I would like to thank and sincerely thank and commend the hard work and the very kind efforts of Mr. Fortune Sagabay, the Senior Product Manager of Zydus Neurosciences, in closely working with me in bringing you all these wonderful episodes of PSCAP's Kulay sa Buhay. Thank you very much, Mr. Fortune Sagabay, for agreeing to also be the MC and moderator in all the episodes. I really appreciate the good job, Fortune. And my acknowledgement as well to the head of the technical team, Mr. Jomari Morris, for the technical support. To all the participants in Larawan's Portraits of the Pandemic, we sincerely thank all of you for submitting your entries. To all the top 10 awardees, congratulations. Your award includes a certificate of recognition that will be framed and delivered personally to you, plus a copy of the Portraits of the Pandemic coffee table book, both in hard copy and digital form. And we will keep you posted when they are ready for delivery to you. But not only that, all those who participated in the Portraits of the Pandemic photo competition, all those 19 participants who submitted entries will also receive a copy of the Portraits of the Pandemic coffee table book in hard copy and digital form as token of appreciation from PSCAP, Kulay sa Buhay, and Zydus Healthcare Philippines Incorporated. To all our judges in the Portraits of the Pandemic photo competition, Mr. Jomari Morris, Mr. Jerome Canlas, and Mr. Victor Season as the chairman of the Board of Judges, we sincerely thank you for generously giving us your time and inputs in this activity. This is only the last episode for this year. But Kulay sa Buhay is definitely coming back next year and every year for more special features and episodes on creative healing and self-enrichment with invited artists in the different fields of art and craftsmanship. And we invite all of you to subscribe to the PSCAP Virtual Library YouTube channel, where all the episodes of Kulay sa Buhay are uploaded and available for you to watch again. You may also watch the past webinars of PSCAP on challenges in the care of children and families in living the new normal when you subscribe. So we look forward to inviting all of you again for the episodes in the coming years. At bilang panghuli para po sa ating lahat, tungo sa kalusugan ng ating damdamin at isipan, sa mga sitwasyon ng buhay na ating pinagdaraanan, huwag nating kalimutang magbigay kulay sa ating buhay. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat.
Voices speak from far and wide, generation seeking a future bright, supporting and protecting every child, moving together to shape discipline and guide, to listen when they're speaking, hear when great minds are debating, believing these leaders in the making. The young explore, discover, early in life arising. When pain in every wound seeks healing, a child's most precious life we touch, we're saving resilience when families and children battle suffering. Is every nation's strength and wealth for winning. Serving to promote mental health and well-being, we take the duty to lead, to care for compassionate healing, to nurture disease, to grow the human race of tomorrow. Serving to promote mental health and well-being, we take the duty to lead, to care for compassionate